What am I talking about? Oh, I want this Red Bull. Snow Blue Red Bull. Snow Blue Red Bull. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. 1,000-mile review of the R3. We'll also just do my 1,000-mile review of motorcycling in general, because this is my first bike. Actually, it's not my first bike. Wait a minute, guys. Hold on, let me get this bad boy out. Not the first bike. Oh my god. Wait. Try not to hit the R3. And wheel it out, back it in. The first bike. The first bike. Now, as you guys can see, that's yeah, this is what got me into motorcycling. This is the bike really that started it. See, I really wanted to get a bike back in the day, but you know, I was a little high school boy. You know, Mom didn't like the idea of a motorcycle, so I eased her into it. It's like, Mom, my coworker has this mini bike frame. It'll be awesome. I'll buy the frame and then I'll build it. It'll be my awesome own thing. But here we are. We got the frame. We built it into a mini bike with the Predator engine. You get those at Harbor Freight. They just bolt right on the bottom, hook them right up. These things are so easy. Get yourself something like this. It's like $200-300 if you build it yourself. You can make it cheap, and it's nice and easy. That's not why you guys are here. So let me get this out of the way. We'll talk about the R3. Now, the R3 is a really good bike. I really like it. 1,000 miles in, I don't know. What's like the number one thing? It's like, it's a basic sport bike. That's the number one thing I've noticed. Like, there's not much to it. It's very plain. It's a plain and simple bike. But that's great if you're a beginner. There's not much extra to it. So, talking about the bike, I got the new eBay exhaust. This is just a KO Lightning, like, knockoff one. I just got it on eBay. You can tell I'm pressing this in my hand. I haven't ridden this. I was riding out earlier, but brought it in. I'll probably go back in a bit. Could use a little bit of a wash. Got some bugs on here. I obviously already made a video on, like, basics. I did, like, a 3-minute just how to get it going, you know, how to move the bike. But I guess little quirks that come with it, you know. First, you gotta hand over the paper for the bike. So now, I paid a crisp $3,500 for this Yamaha R3 right here. Now, $3,500 in the big 26, that's a pretty good deal on one of these, especially for, you know, wait, let me get a mile check for you guys. I got this bike when it was at $3,850. Now, we are currently sitting at $5K, $5,035. So, I probably hit 1,000 miles, like, I don't know, 100 miles ago, 150 miles ago. It's been a little bit, but, you know, I did hit 1,000 miles on this thing. Ooh, look at it with all the headlights on. Ooh, it's so crisp. Obviously, it's great on gas. I mean, I fill this thing up maybe, I don't know, once a week, and I usually fill it from half. I think it's at about half right now. So I could go fill it, and it'd be like $5. Like, it's so cheap on gas. And I've been riding a lot. Like, I've put 1,200 miles on this thing. Put about almost 1,200 on it. And I only got this thing, I think, about a month ago. I think it's been a month. When did I get it? I don't actually know the exact date. I know it was in July. It was in July. It was early July, but I think it was around July. We got these tank grips. That's like one of the other mods I put on it. These tank grips are nice. They're nice for, like, you know, when your leg's on there and you're gripping it. I feel like I didn't really need to put them on there. I don't know if because eventually I'm going to sell this bike. My plan is to put away money and save up. I want to get an R9. That's my plan. Because I don't want to ride this bike forever. This bike's fine. It's a good bike. It's a good bike, but I do want more. I want the nice technologies. I want something that has a better sound. Because this sounds good, but it could sound better. You know, it could be a nicer bike. More power. I want better technology, better sound. I want more torque, really. I want more torque. I think the R9 has some nice torque. I think the R9 fits for what I want in a sport bike. I don't really know. I can't really say much on, like, how it feels because I've never ridden any other big motorcycle except for this thing. Should I take you guys on a little mini bike run? I did say I'd get some mini bike content. I don't even know if this thing starts, honestly. It's been so long. Let's see if I can get this thing to start. Oh boy. Oh! It starts! Okay. Just keep in mind. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh my god, this thing's so whack. Oh my god, this thing's so dumb. Last time I was on this thing, I think I crashed it. No, it wasn't the last time I was on it. Oh my god, this feels so weird being on that sport bike for forever. But, yeah, limited bike. This is what got me into motorcycling, guys. It just does like, it does not even really crazy. Oh, man. I want to bring it on in. This thing's so stupid. So, as you can see, guys, power does not always mean the most fun. Let me just run this over. Bang. And also, it's cheap as fuck, so I can just like, I don't really care, you know, if it gets hurt. I don't care if I hurt its feelings. Now I got this. I don't want to hurt this guy. This is a nice little bike here. I wouldn't recommend getting one of these for your first bike. It's nice if you're doing like, you know, if you got maps and you want to have maps for places. But other than maps, you don't need this here. Don't be messing with your music while you're riding. Like, it's so distracting having this here. I honestly wish I didn't get this right away. But I'm to the point where it's like, honestly, now when I'm riding by myself and I'm not using maps, I just put my phone in my pocket and this just leaves here. So it's like, I don't even really use it that much. So that's the only time I really use this. But yeah, or if I'm scrolling reels while I'm riding. Not actually, but you know the joke. You know, I said I paid $3,500 for this thing. $3,500 cash. Got it registered in the DMV. Then I did if you guys have a friend who already has their motorcycle endorsement, that's good for you. Because as long as you just get your TIP, your temporary instruction permit, you can have that for, I think it's 8 months. And for 8 months, that's like your learning period. You can ride all you want on the roads, wherever you want, as long as you're within view of your friend who has their endorsement. So just go riding with your friend. Like, get a motorcycle if you have a friend who already has one. It's so easy to get into motorcycling if you already know someone. It's so easy to get into motorcycling if you already have a friend who motorcycles. So, now obviously it's dangerous. It's not for everyone. It is uncomfortable. A sport bike like this, even this is like known as a comfortable sport bike. This is still like not as comfortable as like, you know, a car, a truck, anything else, you know. So it's not for everyone, but I personally love it. You know, I love tinkering with it too. I got this plate fender limit. I mean, I didn't do anything crazy. This, on the other hand, I did everything to this bike. I went to the bare bones with this bike. That bike is built for me. Now, I haven't touched any of this shit. All I did was put this, these, that, and that. Those 4 things. Oh, and these to get the stand. But other than those 4, that's it. The hardest thing was the fender limiter, you know, had to go through and take off the seats and stuff, go through the wires. But I don't really want to do anything else to it because I don't want to modify the bike too much. It's already just a clean black bike, so I'm going to try and resell it, get some nice money out of it. The R9 is, honestly, it's probably one of my dream bikes. The R9, the Ducati V2. I do want to try an Aprilia RS660. That one is a nice one. I mean, eventually I kind of want to get a liter bike, but I'm not talking like maybe 6 years from now. Yeah, probably about 6 years from now. Let's give you guys a ride. Let's go for a ride. And back. Audio is a little chopped, but here we go. Here's your guys' ride in the R3. So yeah, I was just talking about how I don't use this thing and I threw it on there. I was just putting on music. I just happened to throw it on that bitch, but you know me. Alright, I'm sorry. Go for a little ride. I can give you a little more thoughts, I guess, on how the bike rides. I mean, right now I'm cruising in 3rd, going about 31. I did notice the speedometer is a little bit off. I think it's about 2 or 3 miles off, which isn't horrible. That's not bad. That's, I mean, like my truck's a couple miles off, so just keep an eye. It's 2 miles an hour higher than what I think I'm actually doing. So right now I'm actually doing like 28. 28, 28 at 9, something like that. So right now I think I'm doing 30. I think I'm doing 30 right now. That's this guy's coming on, pull out and hit me. Oh no! Oh no! No, I can give you guys kind of an idea of what it's like to ride. So yeah, something like this is pretty basic, you know, kind of just cruising. Not gonna do anything crazy. There's a huge bump right here that's right in the middle, so I don't have to hit it as hard. Can't do that in a car. Look at that guy riding his bike. He's just like me. What else? What else can I, it's the one thing I mean, there are nicer beginner bikes than this, I know that. I think some I could list off. I think a Ninja 400 would be a better pick. I think a Ninja 500 would be a better pick. I think the KTM one that they just came out with would be a better pick. I guess it depends. That depends on the person. If you want your beginner bike to be more race feely, I guess, then get the KTM one. I don't know. The KTM might not be better. There's a couple reasons for that. I can talk about that. There's just not as much part availability for it, so it's like it's hard to recommend someone a bike like that. And if you're in a town like me, where like there's not even a motorcycle dealership within, unless I'm crossing the border. If you cross the border, there's one there, but then that's a whole nother deal. You can't just fucking buy a bike over there and not have to worry about it. Like, you gotta pay import fees on it. Like, there's other shit you gotta do if you want to buy a vehicle in a different country. So that's not an option. But yeah, I'm in like a small town, so it's like I'm not gonna be able to get a Aprilia dealership around the corner. Not happening. So for me, like a Yamaha or a Kawasaki is like honestly a better idea because, you know, I mean, if I needed to, I can, I don't know. I guess it's like, I mean, this is like what's available. I got this on Facebook, like on Facebook Marketplace. I wasn't trying to spend a whole bunch of money on my first bike. I wanted to get good value. And I think this is the best value I could have gotten. This is a very well built, established beginner bike. I mean, it's a solid B beginner bike in terms of all beginner bikes you could get. A solid B. And that's good enough. And I feel like for $3,500, you can't really beat that. I mean, obviously we're not including the cost of insurance, gear, the price to register it, cost to actually do the MSF course. Do the MSF course, guys. Do that. Recommend it. I didn't, but there's a whole other story about that. If you guys want to hear about it, that'll be a different video. Let me know if you want to hear about it. So I ain't gonna yap about it if you guys don't give a shit. But there's a reason why I didn't take the MSF course, just know that. It's not my choice. I wanted to do it. But I wanted to do motorcycling more, so. Calls, I would say that are really bad. I mean, I've had a couple where it's like, ooh, I could have dropped the bike there, but I just caught it. You know, used my big boy muscles and just caught the bike. So it hasn't really been, like, that was like low speed stuff, like 5 miles an hour, you know. It's like the bike was tipping over, I just put my foot down and it catches the bike and I'm good. So we'll go over here. This is one of my more liked spots to go ride. It's harder to get here though, because like that way I could just take, but that's not an option on a sport bike right now. That's all dirt, so I have to do the fun scenic route and go around. But look, we got all this water view stuff. We got all these I mean, they're nice houses in the way, but hey, at least you get some nice waterside view. Is that Mr. Power? No, that's not Mr. Powers. That's Guido's. Guido's. What do you guys think about Guido? Have you guys ever had Guido's? They're pretty good. I like Guido. I like some Guido's with the fire sauce. Ooh, the fire tomato sauce. Ooh, that shit good. Meow. Yeah, we cutting up, bruh. But it's like, this is so fun. I'm still doing like the speed limit right now, but it's like, it's so fun to just like, I don't know, just cut up and just do little fun stuff like this. And then it's like, if someone pulls out, boom. Like I have emergency brakes. I mean, not emergency brakes, but I don't know. I've always thought that like sport bikes were, one thing that really stood out to me is like, wow, if I needed to drop 10 miles an hour without having to slam on the brakes, it's like throw on that and then pull the brake a little bit, and that's 10 miles. Like that, you can brake so fast on a sport bike. Like the brakes are just so much better as compared to like cars. So it's like, it almost lets you do more hooligan-y stuff. Is that a word, hooligan-y? Either way, you guys know what I'm talking about. So let you do more stuff like that, and like without you being as scared about, oh, what if someone just pulls out in front of me? Yeah, it could happen, but at the same time, it's like you have these very strong brakes that are like, I don't know, good enough to stop you safely. So it's like, it's not too bad. But yeah, this is a nice little route. It's such a nice day out too. It's like 75, no wind, or calm wind. Actually, it's a little windy over here. It wasn't as windy earlier. But yeah, this is a nice day to ride. This is like one of my favorite paths to take. Ooh, ooh, cotton, sheesh. I'm a little bit of a goober when I'm on the bike, bro. My buddy gave me this playlist too. I'm listening. This isn't even my playlist. This is some new music to me. So I'm enjoying it though. It's pretty good. I'm like, I've heard this song before. I know that. I know I've heard these songs before. Oh man, I just went to itch my nose. There's a visor in the way. Wait, visor up. Oh, visor up at 40. Oh, had to itch the nose, bro. It was itchy. But like, you know, we're going slow. Downshift, and then a little hit of wee. See, like that's just so fun, bro. There was a kid up here the other day, and I was letting him like rev my bike earlier. It was so funny. That's like one of my favorite things to do. I've always like dreamed, was like, man, I want to have a bike solely so I can just have a kid ask me to rev it, just so I can let him rev it. I mean, I've done it a few times. I've let kids rev my bike. It's always like, and whenever someone asks me, I never tell them no. I'm like, hell yeah, I come rev this thing. I can't wait to make a future biker. Like, that's always my goal. I'm always on the roads. I'm like, I can't wait to find some kids with their parents, and then their mom's like, no, you cannot get one of those. And then secretly he wants one for the rest of his life, and then he gets one. Like, that's my favorite thing, bro. Because I hate how, I don't want to use the word hate, but I strongly dislike how motorcycles are always just seen as like a bad thing, like dangerous, like it's just always death is associated with them. It's just such a lame thing. It's like, you really want to rip on someone's hobby so hard that you want them to only think about the negatives and the death and like everything that bad that comes with them. It's like, come on. Let the man enjoy his hobby. Let the man enjoy his hobby. But yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's like, I wish people were more like, I don't know, because don't get me wrong, there are some people that are like very sportive motorcycles that are like, oh look, there's a biker, that's cool. But some of them are just like, oh, he's gonna die on that thing. He's ruined his life. It's like, really? Is it really that bad that I want to just simply like be free? I mean, I don't want to have to be in a big metal box. I'd rather be in control of, you know, like my scenario here. I'm in control of this bike. If I want to let this bike go, it'll go. But like, if I want to do a little, you know, speedway rip, I can do that. Like, it's not gonna, it's the biker. It's not the bike. It's always the biker. It's not the bikes. Motorcycles do not cause stuff like that, you know? Most accidents involving motorcycles are actually because of just cars not paying attention. So if anything, it's the car's fault. I think we should discourage driving regular cars, and we should just have more people riding motorcycles. I like that idea. I think I'm just going to turn around over these cars are pulling out. Let's go back down the same road. Flip that on. Alright guys, peep these rev matches. Bang. Bang. How you guys like it? So there we go. Accelerate! Woo! So yeah. Probably going to cut a lot of this video up because I've just not been talking consistently. But I think I'm going to make my point, try and stand out here. Like, there's a couple points I want to get wrong. Like, when you're on a motorcycle, you're gonna get treated differently. It might be good, it might be bad. You know, it's a difference. You're different, you know? You're different than someone who just gets a car, you know? Even people who are into, like, fast cars, like, modified Civics and shit like that, you know, those are cool. I actually really like cars, like, modded cars and stuff like that. But even them, like, they still blend in, they fit in with regular car people. You know, they're your average everyday Joes going to their 9 to 5 in their Ford F-150. You know what I mean? Woo! These are bumps over here. I tell you what, I have not gotten speed wobbles yet. I don't want to get speed wobbles on this thing ever. I'm hoping not to worry about that. And I haven't really been whamming this thing hard. Like, I've been just, most of the time I'm just kind of doing stuff like this. This is like 90% of my riding right here. I won't even lie, this is what I do. This is what I be doing. Every time I'm riding, I always try to make it a point to make a difference in how the public perceives motorcycles. I always try to be nice at like four-ways and letting people walk across in front of me. You know, I always try to do that. I always try and be the one who waits, if you know what I'm saying. Because people will notice that. You know, you might make a subconscious, like, not a biker fan, but a biker acceptor, I guess. Like, if you're your 9-to-5 mother of 2 children sees motorcyclists, you know, let a old grandma walk across the road, she's probably gonna be like, oh, that was nice. Oh, well, I guess not all bikers are bad, you know, because she might have that, I don't know, that perception that all bikers are old Harley dudes who are, you know the ones I'm talking about. Ones that probably won't see this page at all. But, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Trying to make the world a better place for motorcyclists. Anywhere I'm from, I don't really see. That's a nice house. I like that. I would live there. Up on the hill. That's a nice house too. It's a little open, but I would. I don't know. I actually forgot what I was talking about, but hey, that's all right. Maybe I'll go back in post-production and put what I was saying. Finish off what I was saying there. We're gonna have to do the Scenic road again. I'm not gonna be able to go straight way to my house. I gotta go all around. Woo! Whee! Dude, come on. Like, when else can you just be a sail in the wind to your own, you know, your own ride? This is such a unique feeling. You cannot get this feeling anywhere else. I'm telling you. Even on, this is like considered a small bike. A smaller bike compared to some other bikes that people ride, you know. You can't get the feeling of a sport bike anywhere else. You ever seen that meme where it's like, when I use my blinker for a turn that I didn't even use my blinker on, and you're just like, oh, what an idiot! I like memes like that. Relatable memes like that are like my favorite, bro. Genuinely the best. I don't even know if you guys are still here with me. It's been a little long ride. Been a good ride though. I've been liking it. For the R3, I give it a solid 10 out of 10 for me. You know, price to value, I don't think I could have gotten anything better. It's a clean matte black bike. It's a sport bike. You know, it's exactly what you need. I use the phrase, it's a motorcycle with handlebars, a clutch, and 2 wheels. So that's what you need, bro. That's what you need to get out here. And that's all I needed, bro. This has been perfect. I can't wait to actually like get more into the hobby of motorcycling and like actually get into, you know, maybe I'll build my own. I'll do like maybe I'll buy like a slightly clapped bike and see if I can build it up a little bit, because I mean I did that with the mini bike. I showed you guys the mini bike. I mean, it's basically the same thing, right? Same thing but bigger, I would assume so. I mean, there's obviously a lot more electronics, so that's going to be different, but I think it's stuff that I can learn. I mean, I feel like I'm a pretty like mechanically inclined person, so I can like piece together how to fix stuff like that. So maybe I'll try and do that eventually. Not while I'm in college. That's probably for sure. So yeah, guys, help out your fellow college student. You know, help out a brother. Leave this video a like. Actually, listen guys, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys to like, comment, subscribe. If you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe. If you want, you can do that. I'm not gonna tell you to. You are your own person, so do what you want to do. But honestly, if you really do like my content and you do want to help a brother out, just watch my videos, man. That's all I can ask for. If you can just watch the video all the way through, that's really like your time watching this video is all I need, bro. That's all I appreciate, bro. That's all I need. Honestly, the second most thing you guys could do, just leave me your advice. You give me some advice on how to not kill myself on this thing. Like, cause I love riding. I don't want to make this a dangerous thing. I want to make this thing an everyday thing to make it as safe as possible. So give me your tips. Obviously, riding in bands probably not the safest thing, but I just, you know, I was out. I forgot to put the boots on. That's all. I could get some new riding pants, and also wear my boots more often. But other than that, I try to wear my gear. Always wear your gear, guys. Wear your gear. Get some nice gear. If you have 5K saved up for a motorcycle, spend 3.5K on a bike, spend 1,000 on gear, and then spend the rest on insurance, registration, stuff like that, gas. Honestly, yeah, that's the plan. Save up 5K if you want to get a bike. 5K, 1K for gear, 3 to 3.5K for a bike. You can even go lower for a bike if you wanted. And then, I don't know, like 500, 1,000 for insurance for a little bit. You know, you got your gas, you got your insurance, gas. What else could I tell? I mean, that's pretty much it. Registration fees, but that's all like just small. That's small compared to like the price of like a motorcycle itself. Getting it registered, that's like 25 bucks. That's like nothing. Actually, it might be a little more than that. I don't know, but depending on what you get, where you live, stuff like that. But yeah. Anything to get you out on the streets. That's what we need, brothers. Brother. Y'all know the Harley brothers. Oh, brother. You know, I don't really dislike Harley as a brand. Let me clarify on that before we end off this video. I don't hate Harley as a brand. I just think that the generalized people who ride Harleys are not likable people. Let's be honest here, guys. They're not people we like in society. But some Harleys riders are cool. There are some cool ones. Some of them ride off sport bikes, you know. So, you know, I mean, I feel like every time I see a Harley too, they usually throw me the little 2 fingers down. So, I mean, that's always appreciated. But yeah, I know that there's good Harley riders out there. I know that there's also some really bad Harley riders out there. Let's be honest here, guys. But I know you Harley brothers are out there, and I know that there's some good ones. So, I'm always on the lookout. I'm looking out for a good Harley brother. Dude, was that Javon? Alright, let's end the video here, guys. Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Alright, see you boys later.